what I call a peak experience. Just that. And what is it about music that can touch our souls so much deeper than words can? And what is it about music that stays in our brains with us long after it's over? And what is it about certain pieces of music that gives us lumps in our throat? My space chums want to know why we don't get lumps in our ear. Yeah. Apparently, we're quite unique in our ability to get these lumps. They asked me, hey, is it anything like goosebumps? I said, you have never felt goosebumps? They said, Trudy, we have never felt goosebumps. I said, oh, that's a shame. Oh my goodness, not to go. To go through your life and not feel goosebumps. Oh, I just can't imagine. No, can't imagine it. Oh, no. And they want to know, hey, Trudy, where does goosebumps come from? Do they come from your brain? Do they come from your heart? Do they come from your soul? Or do they come from geese? They got lots of questions like that. They do. They stump me sometimes. They last. Well, let me tell you some of the questions they asked me. One question was, hey, did Adam have a navel? And if he did, was it an innie? Here's one. Why do we call a building a building? Why don't we call a building a built when it's done? When it's going up, we call it a building, but when it's built, just be calling it a built. Why do we drive on a parkway and park on a driveway? And why do we get so caught up in such trivial little doubts and fears when compared to the goodness and greatness of God? These are questions I cannot answer when they ask me. I'm stumped. But I still take them out daily, like a good host, to try to find peak experiences. So, we were out the other night, and I stopped, as usual, to look at the stars. And as usual, I felt such awe. And then, I felt even more awe at my capacity to be in awe. And then, I was awestruck when I thought, may be in some small part that of which I am in awe about. And this awe went on and on and on. My space chums have a phrase for it. It's called awe infinitum. Yeah. And they said, when you get to the point in your life when you realize how incomprehensible it all is, you're about as smart as you ever need to be. Yeah. And I vowed right then and there that every day I would find time to practice aerobics. Yeah, because you know what? We are made of that same stuff that those stars are made of. Do you know that? I mean, really? Do you really know how very, very special each and every one of you are? I mean, that same stuff. All of you. You know, I forget too. I do. I mean, I'm only human, maybe crazy, but human. And when I do, I remind myself, oh, don't go there, Trudy. And I start singing a song. I start singing. When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. Sing it with me. But when you're crying, bring on the rain. So stop your crying. Be happier than you.